guys weren't supposed to see that yet. Oh well. No one's here anyway. What? It says there's one person watching. You weren't supposed to see that one person. Still setting things up. How do I turn slow mode off? There's not gonna be that many people watching me, so I don't need it. Guess I'll just leave it. Alright, guess I'll just get started then. It's my first time streaming while talking, so not exactly sure how well this is gonna go. Luckily, no one seems to be here. So, except for one person, but they're not talking. Probably post on my Discord that I'm live streaming. go. Oh no. No, there's two people. Uh-oh. No, I'll be right back. There we go. It's gonna be a long stream, guys. Got a lot to ink here. Thought I'd stream it. Oh, that one person left. I'm not relatable enough. I keep thinking this looks really dirty, but it's not. He's just refusing to get in the costume. So, I guess for anyone who watches this later on, after I upload it onto the channel, I'm drawing a companion Bash. These little dudes here are all companions, except for Esther, Molly, and Gregor over here. They're all Evoloons, a type of species on DeviantArt. I highly recommend you check them out. Pretty awesome. Lost everything to these guys. That's all I draw now. Can't stop drawing them. I decided to do this because last year I did a Halloween stream. In case there's anyone who stuck around since last year, I don't know why you would though. I haven't been uploading very consistently like I wanted to. But last year I did a Halloween themed party thing for Evoloons in general, without the companions, with my Halloween boy Zeno. He threw a Halloween party. Well, this year he can't do anything, so throw in something for the companions. Thought it'd be cute. A lot of people thought it was a good idea, and I wanted to see it, so here I am. I only decided to stream it because I had so much to color in, and I thought it'd be cool to stream it again like I did last year. Hello, Jolteon. 13. I don't know if that's part of your name or not. Thought I was going to be talking to myself this entire time. Ooh. case anyone's wondering, when are you gonna upload again? I will be uploading soon-ish. I have a video, but I have to voice over it, and I've kind of been pushing it off because I've been swamped this month with things to do. So eventually I'll get to voicing over it, and then my editor can edit it, and then y'all will leave me alone about not uploading. Not that anyone pesters me, because I have like 50 subscribers who probably forgot that they subscribed to me. Oh, I'm also doing, a meme as well, so that should also be coming out. I won't say what it is, but it should be coming out at some point. Can't make any promises. I forgot what I made him. What is this? Who is he supposed to be? I have to check the list. Oh. No. Y'all aren't allowed to see that. I need to. Give me 1 sec, guys. I'm checking the list to see what the heck it is I'm drawing. It's one of the Crows. I know that. I just don't know what it is. Probably a taco or some sort of food. Oh, right. This is the taco. Why did I say it like that? This is supposed to be a taco, but as you can see, it doesn't really look like one because I'm so confused on what it was. Kind of looked like a piece of candy, and I was like, I don't remember making a roast a piece of candy. Only candy should be up here, and that's one of mine. Alright, we got small corner done. That's just inking. Oh my god, coloring's gonna kill me. I suppose I'm supposed to be talking more, but there's only like one person here, and I feel weird talking to myself, but I guess we all have to start somewhere. Even if that means talking to myself for hours. This is actually taking me a lot shorter amount of time than I thought it was. I might color soon anyway than I thought. No, I'll save it for tomorrow. I'll be streaming tomorrow as well, coloring it in. I'm just inking today, coloring tomorrow. Depending if there's a third streamer or not will depend on whether or not it takes me forever. Probably will. Very slow at coloring. I like keeping inside the lines, making sure I have all the details. Part of me wants to explain what their costumes are, but another part of me is like, no one's listening, so why explain it? But then again, I'll be uploading this later onto my channel, so maybe I should. For now, I'll just keep it to myself, though. Supposed to be here a cat as well. There's like a lot of cats and angels and demons, and I'm like, y'all are real creative. I'm kidding. I know how easy it was for a lot of people to just pick angel, demon, cat, dog kind of thing, because companions are like kind of like just pets, but it's driving me crazy, honestly, how many angels and demons there are, and cats. I think there's only a few cats, but there's a lot of angels and demons, as you'll see later. I guess it's hard for people to pick kind of costume they want their Evoloon to have, and then I'm like narrowing it down to like, oh, now you have pets, what do you want them dressed as? And everyone's like, oh, I don't know. So I guess angel and demon is something really easy for them to pick. I didn't want the same costume all of them. Like, if there's 3 different demons, I wanted them to look 3 different kinds of ways. So I guess trying different ways to make them look like the thing they are. Like, for instance, there's a cat here, and then there's another cat here, but they look different. Music needs to be like turned down or turned up or off. Let me know and I'll do so. Or like if you want something else, like Halloween music during Halloween time is so cliche, Shadow. You know, just let me know. Tell me what to put on then. But right now it's just Halloween music because that's the only thing I can think of, and it's royalty free, so. In and out viewers. My voice is probably scaring people away. They're like, oh, she sounds hideous, or he sounds hideous. Little boy trying to talk on YouTube, and I'm like, I'm a girl, and I'm like an adult, so thank you for hurting my feelings. No one said that. I hurt my own feelings just now. posted me streaming on like 4 different social medias, and I only have 1 viewer. It's a little upsetting, I will admit. Not to mention I have 50 subscribers who don't care. I think those subscribers came from me collabing with my sister, honestly. Because after I collabed with her, it was like so many people subscribed to me, and I was like, why? It wasn't even that good. Like, her side was great, but my side could have been better. I don't drop people very often, and when I do, it looks like shit, so, I mean, crap. I'm gonna get demonetized. Not that I care. It's just funny seeing YouTubers nowadays freaking out. It's really, I can't say that, or I'll get demonetized and then I'll go bankrupt. In case some of you are wondering why, like, right here, I didn't finish. I did finish. It's just when I put the background on, it'll look different. So I'm not whatever. I'm not half-assing it. I'm just, I leave the background off so I can see the lines better. Young dyslexic. Some of, like, the companions here are, like, really cute, and I really like the costumes that they picked out for them. They're in the description. You should see that I did put a list of all the companions. People that own the companions, and then the Evoloons that own the companion. So, if you're wondering, oh, what companions is she doing, or like if you're just curious about Evoloons, well, I put a list so you can see it. I also put it there for myself so I don't have to go back to the notepad. I think this is my favorite costume, and it's my own companion, so I'm a little biased, but I really like it just because it's a Turkeysaurus, and I made him a dinosaur, which is part of what he is, and he's roaring, so it's adorable. I like it. I like it a lot. Supposed to be adding this gobbler thing, and I keep forgetting to. I wonder if anyone can actually hear me. I can't check that, or I don't know how. someone else set the stream up for me. My editor did. So I have no idea if you guys can actually hear me or if I've been talking to myself this entire time. But I guess I'll find out either some point during the stream or when I upload it and I find out that I've been talking to myself for like, let's see, it's 7 now. I'm ending the stream. Well, I don't know. I think this is another companion that I just love the costume of. It's like a little criminal, and I don't think anyone else thought about like making their companions like evil villains or something. But yeah, it's so cute. I love the squid chickens just in general. Like, it's my favorite companion that I have yet to gain because they're like the hardest companion to collect. Luckily, someone agreed to trade with me, and I'll be getting one soon, but I'm waiting on that person. But honestly, I'm not in a rush. I don't like rushing people. I don't like making them feel like, oh, it has to be done now. Like, no, it can be done whenever. I know, I trust the person that's trading with me. Oh my gosh. I have so much to do. I realized I introduced Gregor, but then I didn't introduce Zeg over here. Zeg is also here. I forgot I put him there. He's laying down, chilling, being angry. My little angry boy. Maybe I should stream me, like, drawing more often. Maybe then I would have a better fan base. Maybe I could stream on Tuesdays. My boyfriend is always at club on Tuesdays, so I'm here by myself all day, so it'd be kind of nice to have something to do. So maybe I'll stream on those days. Stream something, I don't know. I have 2 watchers now. Hello, welcome. Please don't leave again. I feel like I've been talking to myself this entire time. Honestly, though, if you leave, though, I don't blame you. This is kind of boring. If I stream every Tuesday, I wonder if I'll gain, I don't know, I lost my train of thought. I hate trying to talk with music on, but I have no idea how to play the music without having to hear it. I also feel weird playing music and then not listening to it, but making everyone else listen to it. It's like, that's a little unfair, isn't it? But if I stream every Tuesday, I wonder if I'll gain a following. I'm, like, so happy I have 2 monitors while streaming now. It has been a lifesaver. So everyone's aware, this is supposed to be a skeleton. It's not a very good one. I had no idea how to draw the skeleton. But also, the companion already kind of looked like a skeleton. And I thought it was a little weird that they were like, draw him as a skeleton. Actually, let me just draw him like himself, or... But I added a little mask, gave him a little shirt that has like a spine on it. So, it's not like the companion just showed up and it's like, I am my costume. But I feel like I should have done that for at least one of them. One of mine. I'm sure it's like really early in the morning for a lot of people, so me streaming right now, a lot of people are probably just like still sleeping. And here I am, like, come watch me draw. Come give me attention. No. I don't know if you all can hear that. Hear my Facebook going off. It's nothing. You ignore that. Just trying to make this look like googly eyes, but instead it looks like a retarded dragon instead. Oops. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with dragons that need a little extra help. What am I talking about? At this point, I'm just rambling. the next stream I'll have references up, but I'll have to get my editor to help me with it. I want to put something in front of the reference, so you guys don't see it, but I can. I don't know, the last time I had a stream, I felt weird about having other people's art in the little corner. So, this time I want to cover it up, so I don't feel weird about it again. Also, I don't want my information getting out there. I think I was a little naive. The first time it was my first stream, and I was excited. But this is my second stream now, and I need to be more professional, or I'm going to be pushed around by actual professionals. They're like, hey kid, if you're gonna stream, you gotta do it right. I'm just gonna be there, like, first of all, I'm not a child. Secondly, please tell me how to do this right. I don't know what I'm doing. Even now, after watching a bunch of other people stream, like, I watch streams all the time, and I'm like, that looks easy, and then I do it, and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? For the people who picked Ghost as, like, a costume, you guys are hilarious, because, well, how will you know it's your companion if it's covered by a sheet? Here's Hum, my loon Baxter's companion. I'm only explaining what Hum's dressed up as because it's Christmas related, and I don't want people being like, why is she drawing Christmas things for a Halloween stream? Well, Baxter's my Christmas loon, okay? And Hum wanted to be Santa Claus for Halloween. So I drew him as Santa Claus. That's why he's dressed like that. I don't know why no one's ever thought about dressing up like Santa for Halloween. It would be hilarious. I would have done it, but I prefer not to be egged on my own street. Gosh, I'm not even halfway done yet, and my hand is cramping like crazy. I feel like I should have wrote down topics to talk about with myself, or like invited somebody to talk to. But I have no idea who. I don't have any, like, personal friends that like Evoloons like I do. Like, my closest friend, who does like Evoloons is at school right now. And she says she couldn't even watch, and I'm like, no, I'm kidding, but, I guess it would have been nice to talk to her, because then we could have actually talked about Evoloons. She's the only person I know that likes Evoloons as much as I do. And then my sister is at work. That bitch. I'm kidding. But if she ever hears this, you're not a bitch. But I have to stop doing that. Whenever, like, I do this in real life. If it doesn't show up in this stream, I do it a lot in real life. Like, if I don't know where to go for a conversation, I go, but yeah. And I notice it, and then I hate myself for like hours because I hate doing that. I know a lot of people probably don't notice, but I do. I notice. Maybe I'll invite my midget to talk with next time. Before anyone asks, no, she's not a midget. Not an actual one. But she's like super tiny, like 4'11", so she's basically a midget. So I call her my midget. And she doesn't mind. She doesn't care. It's not something that I call her then and she's like, why do you keep calling me that? No, she doesn't care. She knows she's small. But she talks a lot. That's not a bad thing. I like that she talks a lot. She keeps conversations rolling. I think she also does the but yeah thing, but I never notice. Except for now. Except for the fact that I fucking pointed it out. I've given up on trying to censor myself. I'm just like, who cares? I don't want money off of this. I'm just doing this because I'm bored. I'm bored. I want someone to talk to. No one's here, so I'm talking to myself. I think there was a few people who watched me last time I streamed, but I didn't have two monitors, so I couldn't see who was messaging. And I asked my editor, I asked my editor to, like, tell me when someone messaged, and then he never did. And I'm like, come on, man. Was it his fault? I think we were playing games at the time, too. No, I think I was just drawing. And he wasn't telling me who was messaging because he was doing something else. After having two monitors, like, for just a month, I don't think I could ever live with just one monitor again. Whoever invented two monitors is a genius. Like, they were like, what if we had more? And then they did it, and then they were like, this is great. I should share this with the world. And they did, and now we're all extremely happy with two monitors. I know there's a lot of people who can't afford two monitors, but I'm telling you, once you can, it's great. I highly recommend it. If you have the money for two monitors, go get a second monitor. Okay, wait. Here's one of my friend's companions that I was talking about earlier, the one that really likes Evoloons like I do. And I wanted to talk about it because, yeah, I'm so happy I picked a crocodile because it's in the top favorites of the costumes. I'm not gonna say which one's my most favorite because I don't want anyone feeling bad, but this one's pretty high up there. The owner of the companion, the loon who owns it, is crocodile based, and he's super awesome. Like, he looks amazing, and I found, like, this companion compared to it is so tiny, and I can't, like, whenever I see it, I feel like I need to choke something because it's so cute. You ever get that feeling where you're, like, it's so cute and you're like, I want to kill it. Not kill it, but like, you need to punch something or squeeze it very tightly, like. It's violent. Like, you get violent. It's weird. I probably sound like a psychopath now. So cute, I need to kill it! Like, no, that's not what I meant. I meant, like, it's so, you want it to stop being so cute. I should stop talking about this. I sound like I'm crazy. Confirmed, Shadow Demon 40 kills animals. No, I love animals. I really do. I love animals so much. Why do you think I'm doing a giant companion bash? It's because I love animals. And they're all based off of different animals mixed in with other animals. It's amazing. It's like Pokemon. But without the violence and fighting. That show is so weird. I love Pokemon so much. But every time someone's like, oh, it's like animal abuse, I'm like, no, it's, I don't want to think about it like that. I want to think about it like it's cute animals being determined to fight for their owners. But it all comes back to, oh, it's basically animal abuse. I still love Pokemon, despite people telling me it's like animal fights. Dog fights. I wish I could play whatever music I want on here, but I can't, because if I did, I would get demonetized or copyrighted, and then they would take my video down, and I don't want that happening. I want my video to stay up so everyone can watch it and be like, why is this idiot talking to herself for several hours? That's what I've been doing, hasn't it? I've just been talking to myself. I feel like I should stop talking to myself, but I can't. Is it weird? I think I've heard other streamers talk to themselves before. Or not really talk to, well, other streamers usually have people. Oh well, gotta start somewhere. I'm drinking Code Red, by the way. Not sponsored. Wish I was. I don't know why Code Red would sponsor me, though. Or, Mountain Dew. It's like, who could we sponsor? Markiplier? No. This random ass person who's streaming, who hasn't streamed in like a year? Perfect. Make her sponsor Mountain Dew. That's exactly the kind of audience we want. After I gather up subscribers, though, and get lots of viewers, maybe one day I will be sponsored by Mountain Dew. I can talk about how much Code Red I've been drinking. I drink so much Code Red, guys. It should be in my bloodstream by now. I sometimes choke on it, so I always feel like there's just a little bit of Code Red in my bloodstream, and that's why I keep going back to it. It's like, now I need it to survive. If I don't have Code Red, I quite possibly could die. Or implode. I'll just implode. I guess this is practice, like, not drawing, me talking to myself. I feel like it's practice for when I start, what the hell happened? When I start practicing, voiceovers, because I want to do voiceovers more. I feel like I have things to say about the drawings I have, or, like, about people that I've done art for. And I really want to talk about, like what I think, even though it's not much. I don't think about a lot, but when I do think, it's usually thoughtful. I would like people to know how much they impact me on drawing. I just had a great idea for this. Because there are a few people in the Evoloon community that really impact me to do better. Like, they helped me in a way. Maybe I'll just talk about that. That sounds a lot better than me sitting here rambling about Code Red. I can't believe I rambled about, like, wanting to be sponsored by Code Red. But, damn, I did it. See guys, I did it. I said, but, I want to start talking about which people in the group impact me the most. Even if they don't see it, I would still like to say it out loud in a recording. So if they do, like, at some point come around to seeing it, they can be like, yeah, wow. Or they could be like, ew, disgusting, human trash. I don't think I know anyone who would say that, but it's still kind of funny to think that, like, some of the nicest people I know would be like, ew. I think the number one person that really influences me to draw is my sister. Weird Gamer. Go watch her. She's awesome. Even though you probably already know her, she's, like, getting popular, and I'm gonna be honest, I was really jealous for, like, a long time, and I was, like, spiteful. I'm like, why is she so much more popular than I am? And then, like, I didn't care. Like, eventually I was like, I don't care. This is more her scene anyway. Like, not saying I don't upload because she's better or something. It's just she's more into it than I am. But for a very long time, since we've known each other forever, okay, she's not actually my sister. So when I say we've known each other for a long time, I don't mean like we were separated at birth. We're super close friends. But we've known each other since, like, elementary, I think. 5th, 4th. Somewhere around there. But she's influenced me since then. Like, we were drawing around that time, too. Like, we both started art. And after that, we've kind of... I want to say we pushed each other to do better. And she got really good really quickly, I'm not gonna lie. I was jealous, even then. I was like, why is she so good at drawing than me? And I tried really hard to, and then I started tracing and acting like I did it myself, so I could get her approval. But I realized, I didn't realize until, like sophomore, freshman year, that it didn't feel nice to have traced and then shown other people and said, oh, I did this. I don't think anyone ever pointed out that I traced. I always tried to pick pictures that didn't look like someone else drew it, but I always knew I did trace it, and it didn't feel nice. I was like, this is wrong. I always knew it was wrong, but I wanted to draw so badly. I wanted to be good so badly. So, after realizing I'm not going to get anywhere like this, I stopped. And I think that was around the same time I discovered Evoloons. I didn't join Evoloons right away either. I think I saw someone post about it, and I got upset because they were being extra, like, I guess there was a black Evoloon, and they had a name that started, I don't remember the name of it, but it started with an N, and it looked like the N-word, but it wasn't. It was an actual name, and someone was getting upset. They're like, oh, this is racist, but it wasn't racist, because it was an actual name. Like, it's like saying the word, it's like saying Tyrone, like a black guy named Tyrone is racist. Like, that's not, it's just his name, like, calm down. But, I saw that, and I was like, you know what, that creature is super fucking cute. What is it? And then I found out what it was, but I was kind of at a point where I was like, I don't want to be restricted right now, so I didn't join Evoloons. And it wasn't until, I think a couple of months later, I was like, you know what, I'll join just because I'm bored, I want to see what it's like. Oh my god, and that's where it started. That's where everything went downhill. Not downhill bad, but like, downhill as in that's when I couldn't stop making Evoloons. Like, I got to a point where I was making like one every month. And then I was like, I'm really stacking up on these things. My first one was Matrix and Vector twins, because why not? And after making them, the community was just so accepting. Like, it's a very accepting group. Like, everyone, like, anyone's welcome. It's a free to join group. You don't need to buy an Evoloon. You can just make one. You join, make one, and you're part of the community, and it's great. Hello, Potato Pixie. I was talking about you earlier. I was like, I should pull someone in to talk to, because I've been talking to myself for the past hour. And I was like, who do I know who talks a lot? Oh, I know. Potato Pixie, but I don't want to bug her. So it's kind of funny that you're now here watching. I was talking about the community that I'm in, Evoloons, because that's the picture I'm drawing. Why is the desk vibrating? Okay, great. I'm pulling you into a Discord call then, because I need someone to talk to. If I don't, I'm going to go crazy. Okay, guys, we're gonna pull my midget in here. Hello! I'm so glad you joined. I've been talking to myself for the past hour. I'm like, I'm going crazy.
I actually tried doing a stream on Twitch, and it was like the stupidest thing, because my friend Spook, he was trying to help me out with it, and he goes into the chat, and I'm like, wait, it's fucking echoing. And it's like, oh wait, the entire like hour I was already doing a stream. I was like, who the fuck are you? Who's watching? I don't know who the fuck it is. When he gets on there, it's two people like, who the fuck is it? It's like, wait a minute, pause the fucking stream. And it turns out I was watching my own stream, and I thought I was my own viewer.
What? You were watching your own stream the entire time?
Yeah, because it was like on a different tab, and I was like drawing or what the fuck ever. And so like it thought I was my own viewer or something. And the entire time I'm like, who the fuck are you? But it was just me.
I don't even know what to say. How does that happen? You know, it's kind of funny because I'm like, as soon as I started streaming, it says I have one viewer, and I think that one viewer was just me the entire time, so I've been talking to me, the one viewer. I'm like, I knew no one was watching me.
Oh no, the other day I was playing fucking, we were getting ready to play, what was it, the, Cards Against Humanity online one, and I went to the Discord, like, voice chat with Spook and his friend, and there was an echo. I didn't realize there was an echo, and I said hi, and someone said hi back, and I said that a couple times, like, wait a minute, it's just me echoing.
How do you not know your own voice? Like, hello, hello. Wow, you sound so alike. You are a riot. I swear you could have a conversation with yourself and not realize you're having one.
Probably.
So what have you been doing since school has gotten out?
Oh shit, that reminds me, I need to redo my application. But, I'm supposed to make a flyer for a dude's comedy show in Tulsa. He's called, like, MK something something on, like, YouTube or, like, Ground Zero online. Toffee, fuck off! Anyway, but, like, I'm supposed to draw an anime version of them, but now the show is, like, in a week, and I haven't had that much information been told.
Oh.
So now I'm just drawing different stuff to sell, like, at a table. But the thing is that it's, like, a 21 and up, so I can't even go. My brother-in-law has to sell them.
So he hasn't given you any information about this guy. He's just like, draw this, and you're like, okay.
Like, he said it was supposed to be like a flyer, and we'd make, like, different copies and hand them out, but, like, I started slightly late, and I never knew, like, oh, am I supposed to, like, put all the information up, and then we, like, make copies of it? So at this point, we're just like, oh, just make some prints, and we'll have a table outside the venue or some shit, and we'll sell them there.
If I were you, I would just drop it. Like, what?
I don't know.
Because you're not getting any information about what it is, and then you can't even go in. It's like, what?
Yeah.
Why even commission you to do if you're not old enough to go in?
I don't know. It's supposed to, like, get my name out there and whatnot. And
There's better ways to get your name out there than to do shit like that.
Yeah.
Then again, I'm not really the person to talk about that because earlier I was talking about, like, how I never upload. So I have 50 subscribers who probably forgot they subscribed to me.
Same. I need to, like, make something.
I think all my subscribers came from Luden, too. Because I had one collab, and then everyone rushed in, and then I'm like, y'all aren't going to stick around for long.
One thing I've been trying to do, I've also been taking sign language classes, and I started the advanced sign language yesterday. So that's, yeah.
So you've advanced.
Slightly, it kind of got to a point towards the end of the first class where I slightly kept zoning out because I didn't practice enough. And, like, we don't talk in the class, like, at all, except for when we have, like, a break. And so, like, the teacher, she does, like, sign language, but it's, like, normal sign language, so I don't understand all of it, and I have to, like, kind of guess from, like, what the signs I do know, and also, like, the body language and the expressions. So it would get to a point where I, like, have no idea what the fuck she's talking about, and I'm just like, eh.
Why don't you go back and, like, review what she's saying?
No, because it's, like, a live class. I go to, like, the assembly campus, and, like, it's a person there or whatever. I know the gist of it. It's just certain parts where she was, like, talking about intersection something about, like, I don't know. She started going on to a thing about, like, identity or whatever. I have no idea what she said. But I know, like, the things I did learn, which was, like, rhetorical questions and whatnot. But, it's weird. Oh, and one thing I fucking learned is that the sign for potato is the same sign for Ireland or Irish.
That works?
I was dying on the inside. I was like, it's the same fucking sign.
It makes sense, though.
Yeah, but I just thought it was hilarious, because it depends on context on which one it is, or whatever.
Oh, that would be awkward. Like, you're talking to someone, and then you're like, oh, I'm going to Potato, and you're like, what? Oh, Ireland.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I found my old CD-ROM games from, like, book fairs and stuff, and I wanted to try and play them, but whenever I try to, like, I would do, like, test recordings, but it'll be, like, the screen is black, a smallish section in the corner has, like, the game, and then there's wherever my, like, face cam is, and I can't figure out how to adjust it.
Oh. I think I saw that you posted that on Twitter, that you were trying to stream, but the game wasn't working.
Yeah, because it's like, it's like a smaller section of it, and the thing is that, like, I can't do a game capture, because I have to click on the icon and have the DVD in, so I can't play the game unless it's playing, and it's like, I can't go back and forth, because it's like a screen, so there isn't like a minimize button or anything, so I just have to play the game and figure it out.
Hopefully you get it to work at some point.
Yeah. If not, I'll probably just see if I can, like, use my face cam or have some other, like, banner or something on the side to fill up more space.
Have you decided if you wanted to move in with me and Weird and Dr. Diabolical?
Maybe. I'll have to, like, figure out money and stuff. And maybe see if Destina could, too, or something.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if Destina would move in with us.
I don't know.
But, where we're moving, I'm not gonna say where, because I'm streaming, and I don't want people stalking me. I feel like where we're moving, I was told that the more people that live with us, the better, or, like, the cheaper it would be. Like, the more we could split money. So if Destina does come live with us, it would just be, like, less money, I guess.
Yeah, that'd be cool, though. I watched a video because I was trying to figure out, like, different stereotypes of Oklahoma, just to, like, make jokes or whatever. And one of them, it was like a statistical video about each state of, like, what it's best at and what it's, like, worst at. In the video when it got to Oklahoma, it's like, oh, Oklahoma has, like, the nation's biggest casino, but it also has the worst teacher rate and the worst tornadoes.
Wait, we have...
Huh?
Oklahoma had the biggest casino?
Yeah, it was like, it has the nation's biggest casino, or like, or like a lot of fucking casinos or something like that. Let me look it up.
Cause like, that sounds like Las Vegas.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And I also remember during school when we had the financial literacy or what the fuck ever, and one section was about gambling, and it was like, oh, which state has the most gamblers? Oklahoma! I'm like, how the fuck does that work?
Oklahoma does not have the most... What the hell?
It was something like that.
They're lying. Like, if it did say that, they're fucking lying out their ass right now.
Let's see. Oh my god!
What?
Okay, it does have the biggest casino. The Foxwoods Resort Casino is in Thackerville, Oklahoma.
Fecker?
Thackerville.
I thought you said Fuckerville for a second. I'm like, okay.
Thackerville. 'Cause, like, I was thinking, like, oh, Oklahoma has, like, the most gamblers. Oh my god. Okay, it does have the biggest casino. The Foxwoods Resort Casino is in Thackerville, Oklahoma. Thackerville. Thackerville. 'Cause, like, I was thinking, like, oh, Oklahoma has, like, the most gamblers. What
Nice.
time is it over there?
It's
Oh, wait,
7
never-
a.m.
I can see the little time on the corner. I just realized that, and it says 7:54 a.m.
Yeah, it's almost 8 now. Which, I think my phone's about to go off with my alarm, but I can't find it. So, there might be buzzing here in the next few minutes.
It's almost 10 here.
Yeah, you guys are ahead by 2 hours, which is kind of funny, because I'm like, oh, people are just waking up. And I'm like, well, not everybody, I guess.
Yeah, I woke up like, I woke up at around like 7:45 over here, so like 5 of what the fuck ever over there.
Yeah. Whenever, well, I think he goes by Dan on YouTube anyway. When I still lived there, whenever Dan got up for school, we would get up at the same time because he has to leave for school at like 6, and I would have to leave at 8. So it was a little ironic that we still woke up at the same time.
So wait, you're not living at his house or something anymore?
I am.
Oh, okay.
What? No.
Oh, you went back in Tulsa. Okay, I was confused.
Yeah, it's like when I lived there. No, but yeah, no, I moved back. Okay, that's exactly what happened, and I didn't tell anybody.
Oh my god. That would be messed up if like
I know I came back and I didn't tell anyone.
Yeah, if you like came back to visit or something but you told no one, it'd be like at a McDonald's and I just see you and I take a fucking double take and like, hold the fuck up, what?
Oh my shit, my cover's blown.
You have like the fucking overcoat and the sunglasses and the hat.
Yeah, that'd be a really shitty thing to do. But no, I'm still where I am.
Yeah, we all still gotta take a fucking road trip one day.
My mom is coming up here around income tax returns, and it's gonna be hilarious because there's casinos everywhere. I mean, like in grocery stores. I'm not kidding. There's
oh my god, wait.
there's there's games and like casino shit in grocery stores, and I'm like, I got my milk and I lost, and now I'm in crippling debt.
I came here to get a block of cheese and some eggs, and now I don't have anything.
I sold the block of cheese after I bought it, so I can get more tickets.
Oh, I was at the antique store, and I found an old VHS tape, the original the Little Mermaid. Oh, cat, why? But I found like an old VHS tape with the recalled cover, and I'm really happy because I got it.
Oh, you mean the My Little Mermaid penis cover thing?
Yeah, I found there was like 3 of them there, and they were like, I think $15. But because like I did some commissions for my dad because he wanted me to make a potato pixie, but for Jensen, and I ended up making the yam elf. And so I got $15 from that. So instead of getting 15, my dad just took me to the antique store and I got that.
Wait, your dad made you draw for Jensen?
Yeah, because he was like, oh, since you have the potato pixie, maybe we should make one for Jensen. I'm like, alright, like 10, $15. He's like, deal. I was like, wait.
So you made him a yam? Is that what you said? Oh. Wait, isn't that just another potato?
Yeah, I want to do like different types of potatoes or something, I guess.
That's weird.
I don't know. It's twins anyway, so it should be another fucking potato.
How weird will it be for you when you like move out and like there's no Jensen anymore?
Oh my god. Okay. So like now that Jensen's doing like a part-time class every morning now, and at like one of the Tulsa Tech places, so I get the morning like alone every day, and thank God. So like, I don't think I would appreciate the quietness. Quiet.
What?
What? I was saying, oh, I like it whenever it's quiet at the house in the morning, and then it just went quiet. I was like, wait a minute.
What? My phone's buzzing. Where is it?
Ooh.
Why the fuck does it sound like it's traveling?
I don't know.
You can't hear that, can you?
I can actually.
Fuck. What? I can't find it! Oh, there it is. I was like, I'm sure they can't hear that.
I can't find my Dracula DVD because I was thinking of doing some sort of stream and watching like really old monster movies for like a Halloween special type thing. So I like got all the old monster movie DVDs I had, and I couldn't find Dracula like anywhere. I'm like, where did I put it? It's only ever been on my desk or on the shelf. Where did it go?
Did you put
and then
it?
I drew a picture.
Wait, didn't you bring it to school?
Huh? No, because I've seen it before then. That when I had them all stacked up on my desk for a while, but then I guess I put them back. But for some reason, the only one that I'm missing is the old Dracula one, and I don't know where it went. And so, like, I joked about how maybe a ghost stole it, so I drew a picture, and I put it on my Twitter, where it's me holding a smudge stick and a lighter saying, alright, which one of you fuckers stole my Dracula? I won't be mad, but whoever doesn't speak up is getting cleansed the fuck out of here.
Alright, let me see if I can find it and, like, pull it up on the stream.
Okay.
Oh, wow, it's the first thing here. There we go. For everyone who isn't here, it's just the two of us, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's just the two of us. But for people who come back and watch, here it is. I'm gonna put it back over here. I'm so glad I have two screens.
See if I can find it. Oh my god, I got Sage and Bryce to watch Rocky Horror Picture Show.
How did they, you know what, I'm not gonna ask, did they like it? They liked it, didn't they? What?
I forgot exactly what he said word for word, but he said something along the lines of turning on for some reason. I'm just like, no.
Oh, well, I mean, it was.
Yeah.
It was Rocky, I mean.
The way that I ended up getting them to watch is because like, I was planning on watching it during the morning, and I have Jensen gets off of work or school at like 10:50, and they usually get here around 11:15, and Bryce usually drives them home.
Uh-huh.
And whenever I saw the car pull up, I was like, hey, you guys want to watch Rocky Horror Picture Show? I'm like, okay. Then we went to Bryce's house and we picked up Sage and ended up watching it.
Did Sage like it?
I think he liked it, but it was just super weird to him. He was just like, what the fuck is this?
I don't know why anyone wouldn't like it. It's oh, okay, wait. Have you seen that one video where Tom Holland was dancing in like thigh-high boots with the umbrella?
But I've never seen it yet.
Okay, wait. I showed my mom, or my mom like showed it to me, and I was like, oh yeah, I love that video. And she was like, I don't understand why women are like so fascinated with men in women clothing. And I was like, I'm sorry, I thought you loved Rocky Horror Picture Show. You're the one who's super excited to show me it. And then she like was like, okay, I see your point now. I'm like, yeah, what the I don't understand.
It seems like women are like really fascinated by seeing men in drag.
I think it's just because it's not something we see every day, and also they pull it off way better than we do.
Oh, on Netflix, they're making a fucking superhero cartoon called Super Drags or something like that.
What?
It's like, you need to see the trailer for it. It is weird. It's like not for kids at all. But it's like superheroes, they're like men, but then they like become superheroes and drag, and it's super weird.
Interesting.
Yeah. Where the fuck is that? I put my laptop in my room on my bed so I can just look around for it while I'm talking.
When I'm done inking, I'm going to end the stream, but when Dan gets back, did you want to play Cards Against Humanity?
Sure.
Because, I kind of want to stream that too on my gaming channel that is, unbelievably dead.
I was about to say, I might try to record it too, so that way I can, like, upload something.
I think Luden's at work, but, me, you, and Dan can play it, at least.
You know? It's so weird, we're all adults now.
Oh my, okay, I was thinking about that, like, last night when I was trying to fall asleep. I'm like, I'm 18 now. I'm turning 19 soon. I'm going to be adult. I will be 20 eventually. And then I started, like, going forward time. I'm like, and then I'll be 30. And then I'll be 40. And then I'll be 50. And I'll be old and crippled. And
we're all gonna be, like, we're all gonna be 50 and still using, like, some futuristic-ass version of, like, Discord or some shit. And be insane, I don't know.
No, we'll be those people who are like, back in my day, Discord was all we needed. There's gonna be like a new, like, site and everything. We're gonna be like, ugh, whatever. Old stuff is good.
The old lady who's like known for having all the weird birds and all the retro weird shit that isn't even from when I was a kid. They make older shit. Back in my day, we had VHS tapes and you had to rewind them every time you watched them.
That's my mom now. What? We're just gonna be there's gonna be like two different types of people when we're all old. There's gonna be people who watch VHS tapes, and then there's gonna be people who went straight to CD. So there's gonna be like a war between CD and DVDs, or not, CDs and VHS tapes. VHS was our time. DVD was our time.
That's another thing, because it's like, with the Gen Z and Millennial thing, the, like, line in between those two are, like, kind of blurred. Some people say it's, like, 2002 or something, and some people that, like, Gen Z starts at, like, 1999 or something like that. So, like, we're in the weird gray area of being Millennials and Gen Z. And it's also, like, that time period where, like, immediately the technology stuff shifted up to other stuff.
Yeah, I was talking to my mom about that before, because there's always those only 90s kids will get this. But I was born in 2000 and that shit was still around. It's just...
Yeah, everyone knows that the 90s only died in 2006.
So, it should be only 90s and early 2000s kids will get this.
Yeah, because it's like, we were all in elementary school whenever they still, like, brought out the giant clunky, like, table wheel thing with the giant TV and then the VHS player and watch it die. But then, like, in 5th or 6th grade, that's when they brought out, like, the smart board.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
Also, they have, like, instead of, like, using whiteboards, they use that one light thing where it's, like, they have, like, a clear piece of paper on it, and then it, like, shined, and then it projected onto a... Yeah, there was that instead of whiteboards or smartboards, so it's, like... I understand what you guys are talking about, it's just I didn't live through it as long.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, there is some shit where, like, 90s people are like, oh, this, and then I'm like, I don't know what that is. But,
yeah,
for the most part, I kind of understand.
Yeah.
Back in my day, I had to crank the phone. Like, all right.
What the hell?
That's what my mom says. She, like, I guess there was like the twisty phone thing, where if you missed a number, you had to start all over again.
I'll be back in just a second. I forgot my phone in the other room.
Okay. I'm alone. No one beside me. I'm alone. In solitaire. Fun fact about this companion, it's mine temporarily. This is the one I'm trading for the other two squid chickens, which are in this picture because I wanted them to be in there. Who's messaging me on Discord? Oh, no one was messaging me on Discord, it was just the group. The Evoloon.
I found a DVD that I ended up getting for $2 at the antique store. You know those old, Claymation Christmas specials that was like Rudolph and Jack Frost and whatnot?
Yeah, I had like a whole CD case full of them.
Ooh, I found one that's made by the same people, but it's called Mad Monster Party, and it's like a Halloween special. And like, I haven't watched all of it, but it has like a ton of like old classic monsters in it. And the guy who originally played Frankenstein in the 30s movie plays Dr. Frankenstein in this version.
Oh.
It's weird, but it's like Dr. Frankenstein has a nephew, and it's like his only living relative, and he's gonna like retire as the head of monsters and make him do it, but he's like this dorky, clumsy ass fucking nerd. And now all the monsters are trying to like take his place or something because they don't know it's him. So they're all trying to be like the head of monsters or something like that.
Oh.
And then there's like, this is the 60s. There's like an obvious like, oh, that's the female love interest, and it's like his assistant, or Dr. Frankenstein's assistant. And I'm probably gonna post a picture and show it to you on Discord. But for some reason, even though it's a little claymation lady, they made her tits fucking huge, and it's weird looking.
Old Halloween movies are like the best Halloween movies, and I don't care what anyone says.
I found one movie because at a swap meet, I ended up finding like, it was something that they had in the 50s where they would show like what movies were playing. It was from 1956 or something, and it had like what was it? They had Disney's Sleeping Beauty on it. It was like from when it was a new movie. And one of them was called The Alligator People.
Alligator People.
And it had Judy Garland, who played Dorothy from Wizard of Oz, and Lon Chaney Jr., who was like the Wolfman and whatnot.
Oh.
It was terrible. It was so weird. It's like, oh, Lon Chaney Jr. is like a military guy, and Judy Garland's like his wife, but then he like leaves for some reason. She doesn't know where he is. Then she finds an old like mansion, turns out, oh, that's his mom or something like that. And he's turning into an alligator because he was injected with some like alligator DNA to regenerate his limbs or make him back healthy. And at the end, it's like a fucking, he has like this stiff ass makeup, and he can barely move his mouth.
This sounds like a really bad, like, rip-off of Batman, because there's that crocodile guy. And at first,
my god.
at first, I thought that's what you were talking about. I'm like, why are you talking about the fucking crocodile guy from Batman?
The full movie is on YouTube if you want to watch it. But it's just like the makeup that they used for like, it was like when he was still half man, half alligator, so it was just like he had really scaly skin. The makeup that they had on his face was really stiff, and it was like so thickly laid on he could barely move his mouth.
You know, if you find a whole movie on YouTube and copyright police haven't like taken it down, you know it's a horrible movie.
Ginger, quit it.
Ginger does a fork. Ginger is her dog, her little gremlin pug looking thing. I will steal that dog one day.
The neighbor across Tim from across the street is like doing construction or something across the street, and Ginger keeps barking at the construction workers.
Hey, I don't trust them either. Outside my house.
Whenever Ginger barks at one of the neighbors, I'm like, I know Ginger, I don't like him either.
Outside my house, fucking asking if they can come. What? Holy crap! She has big boobs.
I know, right?
Let me open.
Weird. It also has like the weird bullet bra look, which makes it even worse.
It looks like they're about to fucking rip out of her shirt.
I'm gonna look up a picture of the wolf or of the alligator man. The alligator people. I know it was 1959, not 1960. The makeup looks so bad.
So bad you almost fucking died. What the hell?
I just found one like scene in it because it's like she figures out that he's like an alligator guy now. It says alligator people, but they only show one alligator person. But like there's like a scientist trying to turn him back or something like that. But there's also like this redneck bayou alligator hunter, and he like lost his arm to an alligator, and he also keeps trying to hate Judy Garland for some reason. And it's like there's a scene in it where he turns like almost full alligator, so it's like an alligator head, but he still has like scaly arms or whatever, and it looks so bad. It was a weird movie.
You know a lot of weird movies. Honestly, I'm not surprised that you're talking about another one. Anyone who knows you, they, like, if they need a weird movie, they should just come to you. Like, hey, I need a weird movie. What's the best one?
I accidentally sent this tap on the wrong picture. Boop.
Oh. She looks like... She's kind of like, oh, you need to moisturize.
Oh wait, I just realized you can see his nose poking out in between like the jaws of the costume.
I can't get over her face. It's like, it's not exactly like scared, but it's like, oh.
I want a divorce.
This ain't gonna work.
I think like it was either he turned back or she left him. I forget. But either way, it was a really bad movie.
It looks like a really bad movie.
Yeah, it's one of those like B monster movies.
But like all movies back then, like when they were still black and white, they were all like horrible actors. Like,
I know, right?
but I guess back then it was good acting, or like they didn't care about the acting. It was just the story they were telling. But now it's like we have like really epic movies. So then these ones are like, are you serious? Why is she screaming like that? Oh no!
Yeah, like I'm looking at more pictures of this, and it's just, oh my god.
I want to stream enough to where I get enough subscribers that I can start, like, getting, ads. And then I want sponsors, and I want Mountain Dew to sponsor me so I can talk about how much Code Red I drink and get paid for it. Like, that just sounds like my dream. Sit down and let me tell you about how much Code Red I drink. Ew.
I know, right? Like, you can tell that he couldn't really talk. Because there was, like, one part where he has, like, an overcoat and a fedora on because he's, like, trying to hide. To the scientist, he's like, Doc, you gotta fix me back. But he can barely talk, and I think they, like, dubbed it over a little bit. Because if you watch it, he can just barely move his mouth because of how thick the freaking makeup is.
You know, back then they were like, we gotta put as much of it on as possible so it looks real. And it's like, I can't move my fucking face.
I also think it's ironic how, like, the makeup is really bad in this. Yeah, this actor's dad was known for, like, being, like, the man of 1,000 faces and did his own fucking makeup, and then this is his son. Because his dad was the guy who played the old Phantom of the Opera in the Hunchback one, like, cool. The 20th. Yeah. Because he's, like, because his son is Lon Chaney Jr., and he's just Lon Chaney. And whenever his dad, like, whenever Lon Chaney, like, died in the 30s, I think, he started making, like, monster movies too, but he didn't do his own makeup. And he did, like, the Wolfman and whatnot, which I got a DVD of, but for some reason the contrast was, like, really dark, so I couldn't really see it as well. Where the fuck is that Dracula DVD?
Have you seen The Crow?
The Crow?
Yeah, it's not as old as movies you usually watch, but, like, it's the only movie that I have, like, a fun fact about, and that's that during a scene, the guy actually got shot, and then he died.
Oh, God.
In that scene.
Jesus. When was it from?
Let me look. But I know the actor, he was, what's that one karate guy? Bruce Lee. He was Bruce Lee's son.
Oh, shit.
1994.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
I heard one fact about Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I've never seen it, but I've heard of it.
Oh my, I hated, okay. That movie was boring. Like, it's all gore. That's all it is. It's just a gore factor, and I hate it. I hate it so much.
I think I heard something about it being all, like, real, or, like, whatever they did in the movie, or, like, something like that. I also heard that at one point in the movie, I think where they said he was, like, chasing the back of a car, he was actually super fucking high at the time, so he, like, almost actually injured himself, because it was an actual, like, chainsaw. Because he was so high, he, like, almost injured himself trying to do the scene. Or something like that, I forget what.
Maybe I'm thinking of a different movie. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Let me look. Wait.
One video I want to do one day. I need to figure out how to, like, transfer VHS tapes to DVDs. Because, like, at the same swap meet I got the movie poster thing. My Jensen found a VHS tape for $1. And I think it's, like, an Italian movie. Or, like, some sort of European movie that they dubbed over in English called Hercules Against the Moon Men.
I think you've told me about this.
Yeah, and I did, like, the giant Twitter thing, and you kept, like, getting blown up. Sorry about that, by the way.
What? Yeah, it's fine. Like, I'm not surprised, honestly.
Yeah, it was fucking terrible, and I want to, like, make a video where it's just, like, watching this movie and then just blasting it or some shit.
The Chainsaw Massacre movie I was thinking of is the one that's on Netflix, and it's called Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the beginning, and
God.
that one sucks ass. Oh my. It was funny in the beginning because the I guess the way he was born, it was like a lady in a like a meat shop kind of thing. And she was like, "Oh, I need that break." And then her vagina starts bleeding. And then she shits out a baby. And she wasn't pregnant. And I'm like, what happened?
Terrible.
And then the guy she was working for comes up, and she's like laying on the ground, like dying. And he's like, "This is what you get for not working." And I'm like, what? She gets to die giving birth to a baby she wasn't pregnant with? What's happening? So I was like, what? And then he threw the baby away in a dumpster. And then a lady comes by and she hears crying. She opens it. She takes the baby out and she's like, "Oh," and she takes it home with her. And she's like, "Look, it's beautiful." And then before it cuts the scene, all you hear is the guy go, "That's the ugliest baby I've ever seen." And then it cuts, and I'm like, "You're just gonna end it with that? You're gonna move on past that."
One other reminds me of the one fucking, I don't know if you've ever seen it, but there was one scene on Family Guy. It was something, it was like, they were doing a bit where it was a parody of like a prom night or something. And like, I think it was like from some sort of movie or something that did happen. Where like the girl was like having a baby at prom. And no one knew, and she like threw the baby away. And then they had like a vaudeville act with the baby like swinging his like umbilical cord like his thing, saying, "I'm a dumpster baby, dumpster baby."
What the fuck?
It was some sort of Family Guy bit, I don't know. And then like other babies come out and they're just like doing a weird vaudeville act with the umbilical cords and dancing.
Yeah, that sounds like Family Guy.
I don't know why, I just remembered that scene, because I don't even watch Family Guy, I don't even like it.
I don't think anyone watches Family Guy. I think it's just like kind of on, and then people chuckle at it sometimes.
Yeah, I don't even watch American Dad that much, but I like that one a lot better than like Family Guy.
Yeah, I think with American Dad, they had like a lot more character, like,
yeah, it
difference.
sounds like a better version of Family Guy. Because they're both kind of about the same sort of archetype, just like, oh, an American family. But that one's more like stereotypical, and so there's more to joke about. I guess.
Did you see the scene where Brian died in Family Guy?
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
I never laughed so hard in my life. Just cause it was like, Stewie was like, "Brian, no!" And then he looks to the thing, and then he fucking like rolls under the car like several times. And then they're like, "He's dead." And I'm like, "What? You're not even gonna..." They actually killed him off. It was weird. I was like, "You're just gonna kill off the best character here?" I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, it was weird, because like, it was obviously a promotional stunt or whatever, but then it was like they laid it on so thick you knew it was fucking fake.
They're like, "Oh, we gotta make it real," and then they did, and you're like, "Wait, what? You can't. He's..."
Yeah, they had like the other dog, and they even put him in the opening to make it look like it was real, but it's like, fuck off. No, it's not.
Okay, guys, seriously, when's Brian coming back?
A lot of people I heard were like kind of freaked out because like the same weekend or the same week that they killed off Brian from like the Fast and the Furious died in the car crash, and people were like, "That's a weird fucking coincidence."
You're like, "Oh." Hate Family Guy.
Huh?
I hate Family Guy.
Same.
I don't think anyone talks about Family. Now it's all Rick and Morty, which
Oh god.
I don't like Rick and Morty either.
Yeah, I can get why people like it, but there's too many like people who are like, "Oh, you need to be smart to watch Rick and Morty and intellectual," but it's like it's just bullshit with some like philosophy type of shit. Why are you taking it so seriously?
Yeah, it's like, I I didn't like it when I first watched it because it reminded me a lot of Super Jail. I think it's made by the same guys who made Super Jail, and I didn't like Super Jail because the jokes were like really grim. And it's like
Oh, yeah.
same thing with Rick and Morty, and then there's people like you said where they're like, oh, you gotta have a high intelligence to watch this, and I'm like, I feel like you need a low intelligence to enjoy it.
Yeah, I think I tried watching it and I thought it was funny, but it was like with, Attack on Titan, like, I can get why people like it, but it's just not my cup of tea.
I liked the first season. I was excited for the second one, but the second one came out so late, like
Yeah.
so much later, and then I forgot what happened, and I'm like so lazy to actually watch it.
Yeah.
I'm like, I want to, but I don't remember what happened. Now I'm watching My Hero Academia, which, by the way, I know you didn't catch up. What gives?
I'll work on it. It's on Hulu, so I watched like a couple episodes of it, but I'm at like the section of it where they're all like the apprentices or whatever. Or they're all learning from others.
Oh, yeah. Oh my god. I love that old man. The
I
one.
know, right?
Who are you again? I'm like, oh my god. I need you to be my
I don't know
mentor.
why I started watching it, but one anime that was on Hulu called Kami-sama Kiss, because I heard about it. I was like, fuck it, I'll watch some of it.
I feel like I've watched it before. I need it.
Yeah, it's like the one where the girl is like homeless because her dad was in debt, and then like this random dude is like, help me, there's a small dog, and she's like, shoo! And he like kisses her on the forehead.
Oh my god! I love that. I know what you're talking about, and I love it so much, but
Yeah.
there's so many cringy moments in it.
Oh god, yeah. All the guy characters are so fucking weird, because it's like they all secretly like her or whatever. It's like, shut the fuck up.
It's one of those animes where I watched it when I was like freshman middle school-ish, and I was like, I love it so much. And then like I rewatch it and I'm like, I want to murder all of you, all of the characters in this.
One anime that I kind of like, but it's more like one of those guilty pleasure animes where you know it's like really stupid, but you still like watching it. It was one called like, what the fuck is it? Oh my god. Kaicho wa Maid-sama.
Which one's that?
It's like, it was like, oh, the school used to be an all-girls school, but then they started letting in boys, but the, population is still mostly girls. And so she's this, like, strong, independent woman.
Women.
Like, look out for all the other girls. Or whatever. And she also works in a maid cafe because her family's kind of poor. And one dude finds out about this, and they start, like, he's, like, cocky, and he's dumb or whatever, and then they start getting all romancy and shit. It's okay, but it's, like, really weird. It was, like, what's the word? Where it's like really over dramatic and flashy. It's kind of like Oron, where it's so fucking silly or whatever. Because there's like so many weird moments in it. And it was really weird because the guy kept on having to save her even though she's like supposed to be strong or whatever. Like a couple of creepos like kidnap her and they're like, oh, she's like super pretty. She's my favorite maid. And the guy just kind of bursts in. He's like, fuck off! And he fights them. Then there's like another dude who offers to like pay her to sleep with him or some shit, and then he bursts in and he's like, fuck off! And it's like, oh, he's rich or some shit, and then I guess they end up getting married or something. It was so weird.
Jasmine, I don't know, or whatever. I don't know how you do it, but you always sound crazy when you're telling me about these animes. And I know they exist. But it doesn't sound real. But then you show me, and I'm like, why is this real?
Sorry.
Well, it's nothing to apologize for. You're just telling me about the anime. It's just really weird how this is an actual anime, and I believe you that it's an anime.
Yeah.
I've never seen it, so it sounds crazy.
Yeah, it's like cringy, but it's also like, there's some good moments in it, so I'll watch it.
It kind of reminded me of an anime called Amnesia, where...
Oh, I think I've heard of that. Is that the one with the ghost?
No.
Okay.
Now, Amnesia is one of those animes that not a lot of people have heard about, but I guess it would, like a chick is, she's going through different moments of her life, but she doesn't remember who she is, but everyone else knows her, but they're all different in different timelines, and there's one where a dude was super obsessed with her, to the point to where he put her in a cage.
What the fuck?
And he was like, I'm doing this for your own good. And she was like, please let me out. And he's like, no. And he put like a bunch of toys in there for her. And I was like, what the hell am I watching? But there's always the one guy who keeps like appearing. And she's like, who are you? And he's like, you'll know in time. And it turned out he was her boyfriend the whole time. And I'm like, why didn't you tell her that? The whole show would have been over if you just said that.
We gotta pan it out for as long as we can.
And then there was like this weird fairy thing who was like, I messed up your timeline, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, this is your fucking fault.
Oh my god.
You're the reason she's locked in a cage right now.
Jesus fucking Christ.
There's some weird animes out there, man.
Oh, there was one I watched almost to the end, but then it just got slightly weird. And I forgot, like, exactly what it was. There was something about people that can turn into yokai, and it was like Secret Service Inu X Boku, something along those lines. And it's like this generic, you know, black-haired, long-haired, like, pretty girl or whatever. She has to be protected by this white-haired fox dude or something.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, but it just got really weird with the guy's backstory. I'm like, is he a fucking creep or is he like a good guy? I can't tell.
There was an anime I was watching before where I don't remember what it was called, but it was like a black-haired demon was like, you're gonna be my bride because your grandpa owes me a great debt. And she's like, but I don't want to marry you. And he's like, you're gonna. But she doesn't. And then she's like, what if I just paid you off? And then he got upset and he was like, how dare you not want to marry me? And he starts bullying her.
What?
And then she makes like a little restaurant in like, I guess, an underworld. And then he's like, you're not that bad. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? You can't bully this poor girl who doesn't know who you are other than her grandpa owes you a debt. And you're...
I feel like I've heard of it, or that, like, you told me about it, but I don't know.
I don't remember what it was called. I just know it was weird, and I watched a lot of it. And then I stopped because I was like, I'm going to lose my mind if I continue this route.
Oh my god.
It was just so weird. Cause
yeah, there's too many weird ass animes out there.
There was also like she was falling in love with like 3 different guys, and I'm like, could you like pick one? I hate it when they do that. I hate it when they make the main character fall in love with multiple people, and I'm like, just fucking pick one. God damn. Right? They're all willing to die for you. You might as well just pick one.
Yeah, anime is weird.
There's only a few good ones, like Boku no Hero Academia.
One that I always really liked, that I thought was really cute, it was like this like little love anime called Kimi ni Todoke, and I'm looking at Hulu at the different animes, but it was like this girl, and her name was either Sadako or Sabako, but her name was similar to some sort of like horror movie character that she kind of looked like too, and so people kind of made fun of her.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. It was like Blue something in English.
Oh, okay. Well, let me see. I really liked it. I thought it was adorable. Oh, it says it's called From Me to You in English, I guess.
Oh, I'm thinking of something else. But I still know what you're talking about.
I know what you're talking about with the other one, though. What was it? Blue Spring Ride.
Yeah, that.
I think I finished watching that. Yeah, I did. But yeah, it was supposed to be like, I guess it was supposed to have like a theme with different rumors. Like, she makes friends with these two other girls, and one of them's like, to be like a gang Yankee chick, and one of them is the girl like to be a whore, but she wasn't. And so they kind of like became friends with that or whatever. And then there was also the guy that kept on being nice to her, and she was like, what the fuck?
Who are you? Leave me alone. What do you want from me? That's what I would do. It's like if a guy was suddenly being nice for me. All right, who's putting you up to this?
It's like, all right, who the fuck paid you? Come on.
How much are they paying you? Can I get in some of it?
Oh yeah, I've been watching this channel called Fact Fiend, and they just talk about different facts. But through that, I found an older British show called Horrible Histories, and it's just about like different gruesome like facts about different time periods. But apparently, it's like more historically accurate than like most other history shows. Because, like, it's supposed to be comedy, but every fact that they, like, mention is 100% true.
Oh. That sounds interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. And it's on Hulu.
I don't have Hulu, but I want Hulu. But Dan doesn't want Hulu because he's like, oh, we have to pay for it. I'm like, yeah, I have to pay for Netflix, too. I guess he doesn't want to deal with ads because once you have to buy Hulu, then you have to buy premium. And it's like, Hulu, come on.
Yeah.
I forgot what else. I started watching Once Upon a Time, by the way.
Yay!
I love Rumpelstiltskin. I feel so bad for him because he's like, he just wants to do what's good. Like, he wants to do what's best for his son, but in his own weird way.
I still need to watch the last season of it because, like, to be honest, it's not that much of a spoiler, but it does kind of get repetitive. Like, different themes from like the other seasons kind of repeat. Where it'd be like, oh, every season this ends up happening somehow, and then this, and then it's like, come on. In one season, they have like the fucking Frozen characters, and I hate it so much because they're obviously cashing in because they're in the exact same outfits as the Disney movie, and they never fucking change into a different outfit except for maybe Anna.
Alright, I finished inking, so I'm gonna end the stream because I'm gonna color it in tomorrow. So, goodbye to all those who watched. No one watched. But if anyone watches this in the future, you should have watched it when it was live. And, goodbye.